Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Guys, your first look at the Shift Final Edition for sale. First look, guys. Stay tuned. All right, coffee sponsor of today is, it's my buddy Max Ortiz. Max Ortiz is actually a buddy of mine, and he hooked me up today. He was like, hey man, hey dog. That's what he says. Hey dog, where am I gonna get a shout out? I'm like, oh shoot, you gotta get me a coffee. He's like, all right, I'll get you one. So here it is today, and here's your shout out, Max. Thanks for hooking me up. I appreciate you. Let me drink to you. All right. Thank you, Max. If you want to be my coffee sponsor of the day, network is buymeacoffee.com/tennis spin. You want to just hook up the channel? Super thanks is the way. Link is below. Thank you guys so much. Thanks, Max. All right. So I actually haven't seen this yet, so this is my first look too. This is the Shift. And it's called Shift 98 version 1. 4 3/8 is what it says and what I am reading. Sorry, Shift 99. Old man eyesight, you know what I'm saying? 8, 9, whatever. They altered a few things, it looks like. They ramped up the weight. 10.6, 16x20, 9 points head light. There you are. Now let's take a look. I'm going to turn it around for you guys. So it doesn't say lab anymore here. They just kept it white, okay? And they added some red. Wow, this looks like a .com company. The cosmetic of the white and the orange. You guys know what I'm talking about. I forget what company that was, but it looks kind of like one of those tech companies. It says Wilson over here, kind of white on white, very subtle. 16x20 over here, version 1. All the specs, and you can actually read them right there. Wow, that's pretty cool. All right. 4 3/8 for me to try. Hey, Coach Chris.
Hey.
You string tennis rackets?
That's right.
We'll make a little extra cash.
Sure.
You know, with Direct Tennis, you can be the official stringer of your own neighborhood. You can set the distance, you can set the meeting place, and you can set the timing.
So I can string on a street corner?
You can set your own place. It's all at Direct Tennis, where they put players with stringers and stringers with players. Check them out at directtennis.online. Link is below. All right, so I'm gonna string it up, and let's see if it's improved. They say that they've improved this one because we all like the heavy, and it was kind of mixed reviews, kind of across the board on the lighter version. So supposedly they've altered the weight a bit and supposedly made it better. Okay, let's string it up. We'll test it out. All right, guys, so we just got off the court with the new shift over there, lab shift over here. I wanted to bring these guys out because Coach Jerod tried it the first time with me, and it wasn't very cool, you know. Coach Rob had mixed reviews. He loves it because it's Wilson. I get it, you know, whatever. But we wanted to try them both again and see what they changed and what our feelings are now. Okay, so Jared's got the mic. I'll hand you the old one. Coach Rob can be Vanna White and hold the new one. All right, go
Sounds
for
good.
it.
So yeah, I got to take back everything that I said in that first review. So I think the last things that I said about the Labs version of this racket was that it was super unpredictable, had a hard time feeling the ball, and overall just was not a frame for my liking. So randomly today, like, all those feelings just changed. So it could be because the last time we did this was when it was, you know, at Cannon Country Club, and it was 28 degrees outside, and it was freezing cold. None of us could feel our hands or anything, so that could have played a big part of that. But yeah, I mean, this one today was a lot more predictable. The 16x20 string pattern actually worked really great for the Labs version, and I was actually able to swing out without the fear of missing. So that was great for this old one. Going into it, I was super skeptical because, again, it was just last time wasn't a great feeling, and this time was just, again, completely 180. So I did like this one a lot. So now if we're going to change over to the new one, which is this one, the big change that they made is probably added some orange paint and put the Wilson logo instead of the Labs logo. I think they definitely changed the weight distribution on this frame. So I think the old one felt like it had a little bit more weight towards the head, whereas the old one felt a lot more balanced. So I was able to actually, I guess, manipulate the racket in a way, in the sense that I can actually swing it where I can kind of control how the ball is going to come off the racket. So if I want to hit it flatter, I can kind of keep the racket low. If I want to hit more spin, I can get that more windshield wiper effect. Ultimately, I actually think I might like the old version better because that one felt a little bit more head heavy. So that one kind of helped me finish my swing and had a little bit more heft than this one. But if I were to use the newer one, I would probably mess around with some lead tape and probably get it up to my spec where I actually like swinging the racket. But all in all, I think this would be a good update, and I think the shift is definitely a winner now. So that's my take on these ones.
Well, so I just caught something you said. You said the old one had more. It's the new one that has more like smoothness and head lightness that comes through. Because you said old, so I just wanted to clarify something. So the new one has more, like, what do you say, more smoothness, easier to get through.
I think that was the old one for me, actually. So maybe I got that wrong, but I just felt like this one had more weight on the forehand, at least, where it helped me kind of plow through the court more, whereas this one had more
head speed.
Yeah, head speed, and it was kind of balanced more evenly, if that makes sense.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I heard something a little different. You said the old one, that's why. So I just wanted to make sure we got it all clear. Yeah. So you like the old one?
I actually think I do like the old one, surprisingly. So again, have a complete 180 turn on my initial review compared to today, and I just felt super dialed in with this one. So, I mean, they're both great rackets. It's just, if I had to choose one in stock form, I would probably go for the old Labs version versus the new one. But this one is very customizable, where I can definitely add lead tape wherever I need to. And both sticks were great. So, good for
Coach Rob. Okay. Mr. Wilson.
All right, back to the new and the old. I enjoyed our first hit as soon as we were done because it was so cold. I couldn't wait to warm up. And I had a hard time just feeling the ball last time. But I liked the swing weight as I was hitting with it. It felt okay through the air, but it was just when you're trying to feel the ball off the racket, it was like hitting rocks. I liked, out of the two, I liked the new version. For whatever reason, it just had a little more coming through the ball. I felt the ball on the racket a little longer and had a little bit, I think my shots had a little more depth. Jerod never misses, so it's great hitting with him. He could tee it up so I could keep it going with him. And yeah, I just kind of like the new one a little bit more than that one. Okay. So well done, Wilson.
since both of you are coaches, who would you recommend these racket or this particular racket for? Like, who would be the player? The type of player who would play with it?
I would probably go with somebody who's probably like a good 3.5, maybe wanting to be, 4.0. It seems like it has enough it has enough upside that you could grow your game into the next level.
Men and women.
Men and women, probably, good junior that's looking for the bigger, 16 by 20 string pattern. I'm figuring he's going to break strings less with the denser pattern.
Your high school kids?
Yeah, probably some of the good high school kids would probably be interested in it. Definitely to try it out and see what it feels like. Yeah.
The Weekend Warrior Club player?
Definitely. That would be something they might want to get into. Somebody who, is looking for the, little smaller head size than what they, if they've been using like a 104 and they want to drop down a little bit, or somebody who's, looking to advance their game.
Okay. Coach Jerod, what do you think?
Yeah, I think these sticks are probably good for a wide range. I mean, I agree with Coach Rob. I think it's anywhere from 3.5 to 5.0 and top-ranked juniors. I think the lower levels can definitely appreciate the fact that it's a 99 square inch head size racket. So anyone that's looking for either 98, which offers more control, or 100 that offers a lot of power, you have the in-between, which is great. So it can offer the power if you need it. And then for the higher level guys, if you want to tinker around with the swing weight with the lead tape, if you want to tinker around with the tension on the strings, I think it's also good for them to make this into a player's racket. So I think, the 16 by 20 string pattern also offers like a bunch of versatility in terms of you got the, you can flatten out your strokes, you can add a lot of spin, and that extra, string on the cross that definitely adds that slightly needed control. And I think it's just a very adaptable racket for any level out there. So I think it's just up to the person to find their liking. So
like these two coaches, I'd like to apologize for our first review too.
Yep.
I think it was just too cold out there. Racket was too dead. We were too dead. Limbs were too stiff, and I was like,
but I will say we were excited to try something new. We were excited. I'm like, oh wow, something new. Let's try it. So there was that excitement level.
Maybe our expectations were up here, and then we kind of got here. I mean, most days if it was sunny and warm, and
Right.
we probably would have given it a good review then.
Right.
So
we're apologizing already to Wilson for bashing the ship. So.
But I have to say,
it wasn't me.
It's never Rob. It's never Rob. I have to say, I played pretty well with this one, which I didn't like the first time. I understand that there was a little more plow in this one. I feel like the weight was more towards the head, and it finished up a little bit more for you, which I didn't feel the first time. Because I felt like it needed something the first time. The thing that kept going on in my head was it didn't have enough guts. It didn't have enough push. Didn't have enough plow. Didn't finish up for me, which it does now. So I was like, okay, well, something's different. It's probably the weather, and it's probably me. So I would like to say that the old Shift, the prototype, is pretty good. Okay, good. I'll say it's good. No, pretty good. Good. Okay. All right. Now switching or shifting to the Shift, the real Shift. I couldn't miss with this, which is very rare for me because I usually miss a lot. And Coach Jerod was like, "What the heck are you doing today?" I'm like, "I have no idea."
Harry was making a lot of shots in the court today, guys.
No freaking idea what was going on today. I was just like hauling off on it every time ball was going in, no matter what it was. The racket actually kind of was with me as one. I felt where it was. I knew exactly where it was. Very predictable through, finished up well. And it's not even my weight. It's like a light racket for me. And I'm like, what in the heck is this magic thing going on? So I'm definitely a fan of this racket. Okay, I'm definitely a fan. it's very rare. I can't even talk right now. It's very rare for me to like have a racket do this to me. So yes, guys, I like it. Okay. I think after today's play test, like we could safely say shifting is good. All right. Coach Rob, any final words?
Nice job, Wilson.
Okay. Coach Jerod?
Great job, Wilson. Sorry for the first review.
Okay. All right. So we're all apologetic to Wilson, and we would like to recommend this racket now when it comes out, which is going to be real soon. Okay. Coach Rob, thank you very much. Coach Jerod, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Ma Tennis.
All right. Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.